back for our weekly series on the various projects that our team has worked on. We aim to bring you this series every week to shine some light on the hard work and solutions that our team has developed. So we try to explain you the projects from not just from a business perspective, but also to give you a brief technical understanding of the project. And today we are going to be looking at a project called Inventory of Steel Rods, right? And this project was done by one of our team members, all right? Now, before we get into that, before we introduce our team member, let me talk about a situation, all right? Let's talk about two people, Mr. and Mrs. A and Mr. and Mrs. 360. One has trained at a random institute, XYZ. They have worked on some projects, most of which are dummy projects that anybody in the world can work on at any given time. And then you have Mr. and Mrs. 360, who has trained at 360DigiTMG. They have worked on real-time projects. They have attended daily stand-up calls. They have worked on creation of an end-to-end data pipeline. They have done deployment on-premise and on cloud. They've also had the opportunity to attend client meetings. They've had their research papers published in international journals. So you can take a guess for yourself on which situation would you rather be in, right? So without much further ado, I'd like to welcome Ranjita, who has joined us today, to tell us about the inventory of steel pipe. Good evening, Ranjita, and welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Aditya. Thank you for this opportunity. So, as a part of our project here, we are going to discuss about the inventory of a steel rods, or we can say the pipes also. Coming to this, the project, the main objective is that we need to decrease the manual effort. But how can we decrease the manual effort? By using our application is the question, right? So, suppose when we are going to counting anything, any objects, so for smaller number, we can count like 1 to 10 or 20. But when we are counting the object in a larger count, sometimes the human may mistaken while counting. Like after 98, directly he may skip to 100 after extend. And it may take more time for counting all the objects. And sometimes he may not seen few objects also. Though he see, so he may skip the counting. At the time, this our main objective here is our model will count the objects accurately within a seconds. See, suppose if we want to count any object like 10, 1 to 10 also for counting, it will take some seconds for us. If we want to count anything, suppose like 100 rods, if we want to count, it may, at least you may need to maintain a 2 minutes time, right, for counting. But our model, though it is more than 100, like thousands or 2000 rods also there, within a second, our model give the result. This is how we are helping to our client in reducing their manual effort as well as the accuracy what they are exporting to their customers. This is our objective. Here we are going to minimize the time taken of the count pipes and constrain minimizing the manual effect also. With maximum or the maximum accuracy predictions, we are giving this application.
All right. Perfect. Thank you for that great explanation of the business problem, Ranjita. So, Ranjita, I have a question, and this is the question that most people will have. What kind of data were you dealing with in this project, and how did you process that data?
See, generally coming to the data means everyone will think, right, it is a structured data, right? Like Excel sheet somewhere we will get, then how we are going to get. But here we are dealing with the image data, which is a unstructured data or the video analytics. Through camera, we are going to capture the location where they place these rods. So from camera, we are trying to capture the images, yeah, videos. From that, and our model will through vision. See, camera indicates the vision, right? So through our camera, we are looking into the model and how many rods were placed there, and immediately it will give the counts. So that's why we call these as a computer vision models.
Perfect. So, Ranjita, in terms of data processing, you use a tool called Roboflow.
Yes.
So, how does Roboflow help you in such a project?
See, when you see anything with your eye, as a human nature, we can understand so and so object is there, so and so number of objects are placed in particular field, right? But how our model will know? So here, these are the models. First, we need to train in such a way that the how human will understand. So to understand our model, we are using one tool called Roboflow. But how we are using means the image, whatever the image we are capturing, right? It consists of some objects. But we have to show which object we are focusing to our model, right? While capturing, though we are capturing the images, right, there may be unnecessary object, another objects, but our model should focus on the wanted objects which we are focusing. As a person, we know, but how our model knows? So by using this RoboFlow, we are showing where is particular object, on which object we have to focus. So through annotation, we are focusing. This is a location and this is the name of the object and this is the dimension of the object also. We will label it and give. Thus, it is helping us to train our model.
So, let's talk a little bit about the model building phase. And as I understand, you have used the YOLO V8 architecture for this project. So why don't you just shine a bit of light on the YOLO V8 algorithm?
See, YOLO V8 is one of the computer vision model. It is backbone, we can say it is based on those, it is on a CNN model, but is highly well-developed model compared to other models. So basically by naming itself YOLO, it's a you only look once, right? We know. So, but compared to YOLO V8, there are other models which were given by YOLO, like YOLO V5, YOLO NAS, other models also there. But why I choose an YOLO V8? Why I didn't choose another models? See, we can't say only this model is good for our model, whatever the data we are trained. So we have to train with all the different models. Some models may better for some data sets. So based on my experience, this YOLO V8 is giving a better and a good results when compared to other models. So that is the reason we chosen this YOLO V8. And this architecture also is very good, and it is understanding the objects properly in the located area and giving a better result and better predictions.
All right, perfect. So here we have our deployment. Now, this is a very interesting aspect. You have done deployment using AWS, which is our Amazon Web Services. So this is a cloud deployment.
Yes.
So what were some of the challenges that you would have faced in cloud deployment and how did you overcome those challenges?
See, the challenges means as we are using, one is of the application we are using is the Streamlit application for deployment, which is the friendly application for us to deploy, right? In the same way, we are using this on AWS. So through cloud also we are deploying, which will make the model to run faster. And it is easy to deploy the model on client side also. But the challenges are nothing but library installations. So the library required for this model, the library, whatever the library supporting to these models, we need to install these models also in the AWS. And one more challenge, if you noticed in this thing, you can see 3 different colors, right? So these 3 different colors are showing 3 different classes here. So one is squares, the other one is the rectangles, others are the circles. So in the here in the table itself, we can say right square 50 star 50 star 1.5, nothing but the dimension and thickness of a particular object. So here we can see that 50 50 by 50 by 1.5 is the square with 1.5 thickness of that particular square pipe. Total count were 90 pipes were detected from this. In the same way, 80-40-1.2 is the dimension of a particular pipe, that is a rectangular pipe with count 68. Whereas coming to the circular with 48 is the diameter of the pipe along with 2.9 thickness of that particular pipes. So this is how clearly we are giving the prediction to our client.
Right. So again, here we have some different outputs, right? So
Yes.
could you just walk us through these outputs as well?
Yeah, see, earlier one we saw like a boxes, right? But you didn't know saw the label, but you will get a confusion, right? When we see the table. So which one is belong to particular class? We should have a confirmation, right? Though we are giving in the table, some customers or some person may have a doubt. Maybe this is giving the particular specific correctly or not. So here we are giving the labels are at the same location. So to have a proper thing, we shown in the left side image also we give highlighted what is the dimension and what is the thickness of that particular. The same thing our model is predicting at the right side. This different colors are showing the different classes.
Right. So again, Ranjita, these are the results from those
Here
classes.
also we can see almost 1045 pipes were there. And one more point also I want to say, stress here. See how this may help to our client. Anyway, whatever the thing they will get from their customer, based on them only, they will supply to their customers, right? But how it will help. Sometimes, see, suppose our client may have a customer one. They order the pipes, 100 pipes, right? So they will give to their labor to the same prescription, and according to they will load on the vehicle and they will send, right? But as a client, every time they can't go and check, right, how many rods they are as per the prescription they got, they are sending or not, right? Sometimes there may be less count or sometimes more count. If less count, they will get issues from their customers because they are not satisfied, because they are getting less though they are asking more and they are taking the more bill. If they are sending more, who are the loser? Our client is loser, right? So in this that time, our application will help a lot of this for them to overcome all those issues.
All right. Okay. So Ranjita, thank you so much for joining the session and taking your time to explain all of these things in a very detailed manner. So there we have it, folks, our inventory of steel pipe management. So before we sign off, I would like to show a few things that we as an organization offer. We offer you real-time challenging projects like the one you just heard about, which will push you to your limits. We focus on learning about the various phases of the project methodology. We learn about using different tools like Python, Power BI, etc. We work on research paper, and we are also providing you tools like mind map, ML architect assistant, resume mapper, and animated learning as a way to enhance your learning. Okay, so thank you so much for everyone who has joined. Thank you so much, Ranjita, for taking the time out to join us once again. So we will
Thank
see
you,
you all.
Aditya, for this opportunity.